Kathy Engelbert, you said Caitlin Clark should be grateful of the WNBA. What?
Wait a second. Everything just flipped upside down. What Napheesa Collier just said is explosive, and once you hear it, you'll never look at the WNBA the same way again. Collier has finally broken her silence, tearing the veil off and exposing what she calls the commissioner's darkest agenda, aimed directly at Caitlin Clark.
Response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me, players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that—
But that's only the beginning. She didn't stop there. She went even further, blowing open a shocking alliance between the WNBA commissioner and corrupt referees, and right now, insiders say Kathy Engelbert is in full-blown panic mode. So if you believe Caitlin Clark deserves justice, hit that like button, and drop #FireTheCommissioner in the comments, because what Collier just revealed could destroy the commissioner's career.
Biggest news in the W is the searing comments from Napheesa Collier in her exit interview earlier.
This is unreal. Napheesa Collier just did what no one else in the league has ever dared to do. With zero hesitation and zero fear, she laid it all out. No filters, no spin. She exposed the ugly truth about the WNBA, fully aware of the backlash waiting for her.
We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel—
And then came the moment that stunned everyone. And yes, it all centered around Caitlin Clark. Let me roll the clip for you. Are you serious right now?
I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything.
Let's pause for a second and think about this. Caitlin Clark isn't some ordinary rookie. She's the driving force behind the WNBA's explosion, record TV ratings, packed arenas, sold-out jerseys, social media on fire 24/7. Every single success the league brags about has Caitlin Clark's name written all over it. But according to Collier, the commissioner doesn't see it that way. She claims Kathy Engelbert actually told Caitlin Clark that she should be grateful to the league. Grateful for what? If anything, it's the WNBA that should be thanking Clark for dragging the sport into the spotlight, pulling in millions of new fans, and turning women's basketball into primetime entertainment. And yet, Engelbert doesn't get it. Absolutely unbelievable.
This commissioner could be about the fact that Caitlin Clark needs the league more than the league needs Caitlin Clark. Are you mental? You know what could happen, and I know nobody wants to see Caitlin Clark go to the Unrivaled. Everybody's made that clear. But I can tell you this right now, make it very clear. Caitlin Clark could come out and say, I'm going to the Unrivaled, I'm taking that $1 million offer. You know what would happen? Over 1 million people would start watching Unrivaled games overnight.
If Kathy truly feels that Caitlin should be grateful for her and grateful for the WNBA for her off-season league money, which, by the way, Caitlin had a lot of endorsement deals before she even came to the WNBA. If that is how she feels about Caitlin and it's not the reverse, not Kathy being grateful for Caitlin, that is so.
Collier says the commissioner made even more outrageous comments, claiming players should be on their knees thanking the league for its media deals. On their knees. That's not leadership. That's disrespect. That's ego.
And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't—
This is the same league that's built on the star power and grit of its players. And now the message from the top is basically, you should be grateful we even let you shine. Give me a break.
Shots after shots. Yo, Kathy says, forget what y'all talking about, be grateful.
And if you think that's bad, look at what Elena Del Don revealed. She retired this year and said she heard from everyone except the commissioner herself. That silence says everything. Maybe that's why coaches are suddenly being fined left and right, because at the core of it all, Kathy Engelbert just can't handle being challenged. Her message is clear: smile, clap, and stay grateful. Step out of line. and you'll pay for it. Now here's where it all exploded. Remember, Collier was already injured. Her season done, nothing left to lose. So she let it rip. Soft punches. No coded shots, she went straight at the top, calling out the WNBA's leadership as the worst in the world. That wasn't frustration, that was truth, raw and unfiltered. A player tearing off the mask in front of the entire world.
To be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money, it isn't ratings, or even missed calls, or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. At some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and our fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world.
And when the commissioner finally responded, nothing but hollow, empty words.
I could go on and on. You guys already know how I feel. I want to read Kathy Engelbert's statement back to Napheesa Collier. She said, "I have the utmost respect for Napheesa Collier and for all the players in the WNBA. Together, we have all worked tirelessly to transform this league. My focus remains on ensuring a bright future for the players and the WNBA, including collaborating on how we continue to elevate the game. I am disheartened by how Napheesa characterized our conversations and league leadership, but even when our perspectives differ, my commitment to the players and to this work will not waver." There's no answers in this. I get it. I think this is just an immediate knee-jerk reaction, just trying to say, like, I'm disappointed with how she painted me, but there's no solutions.
Collier didn't back down. She doubled down. She exposed how the league's officiating has gotten so physical that players' bodies are literally breaking down. She linked it to her own injury, a brutal no-call that ended her season.
Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is a lack of accountability.
And she said exactly what Caitlin Clark fans have been saying for months: officials are letting this happen. And what was the commissioner's response? Losers complain about refs. Excuse me, pointing out dangerous officiating makes you a loser now? That's not leadership, that's arrogance.
At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about
The truth is, these players aren't losers. They're the ones risking everything to speak out, their reputations, their contracts, their place in the league, all on the line. That's not losing, that's leadership, the kind this league is missing right now.
League is crumbling. Your league that you should be a leader of is crumbling in front of your eyes. You have coaches crashing out, you have players getting injured, you have all of these things happening, and you're like, doo-doo-doo. Everyone complains about the refs in every sport, and if you complain about them, then you're also...
And here's the real kicker. Collier's not standing alone. The players' union is backing her. Big names across the league are echoing her exact words. Stephanie White publicly said she respects Collier for speaking the truth everyone else was afraid to say.
Stephanie White also responded to Fee's statement, and she said, "I have a lot of respect for Fee. I'm thankful that we have strong women that are willing to say the things that matter and say the things that will move the needle for change." How things unfold after this are going to be very telling about the future of the
And that's huge, because White's already been fined for standing up before. If she's willing to speak out again, it means she's done with the fake unity and corporate silence. Then came Sophie Cunningham, who straight up called the commissioner the most delusional leader the WNBA's ever had.
But Sophie Cunningham has clapped back at Kathy Engelbert, and this is a great post here from Sophie. So Sophie Cunningham on Instagram. So get ready to take your fine, Sophie. Get ready to take your fine. People only know Kathy because of Caitlin. She's the most delusional leader our league has ever seen. And it shouldn't even be about our commissioner in the first place.
Angel Reese joined in with the viral comment, 10 out of 10, no notes. Tyrese Halliburton from the NBA even chimed in, showing this isn't just a WNBA issue anymore. And then Lexi Hull added her voice too, standing with Collier, saying she agrees with every word.
I know you're talking about Fee's interview, and I think when it comes down to it, I think I agree with everything she said. We're at a really important time in the league, and changes need to be made. And so you're seeing her talk about that, and I'm really proud of her for making that statement.
Just picture that: Lexi, Sophie, Caitlin, Collier, all standing shoulder to shoulder, veterans like Del Don calling out how disconnected leadership really is. From every corner of the league, players are uniting. This isn't noise anymore, this is a movement. The cracks are too deep to cover up, and it feels like the tipping point, the moment that could blow the league wide open. Because now, everyone's asking the same question. Will Kathy Engelbert finally be held accountable, or are we about to watch the same old circus play out again? One thing's for sure, in today's WNBA, speaking the truth still comes with a heavy price, but this time, the players aren't backing down.